Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 31 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are teching up, talking tech, working on tech. We got new machines, new things, steel production, all kinds of stuff. Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, in which today we have stuff and things to do. In between episodes, I have done a little bit of work on our bee apiary setup here. Basically just went through and made all of the bees, did all the bee breeding here, and, did the thing with the bees. I actually need to add the slimy bee into here, but I think the slimy bee uses different... What is you're an emerald bee. What is the slimy bee's flower? Oh, any kind of flower. Okay, cool. So we can just go ahead and drop the slimy bee in here. Now we can actually, it was just told to me in Discord by Sliding Mike that I don't even need to actually do the import thing. I can just do this, put the bee in here, and then he'll eventually, or she will eventually find their way back into the apiary and be good to go. So I made all the bees. I did make up this second apiary. It wasn't terribly too difficult because of all the rewards we got from apiaries before. We had a ton of extra honey left over, which was the biggest limiting factor, was honey blocks. Not honeycombs, but actual blocks of honey. So yeah, we got that going. I do have our sooty bee. I thought I had our sooty bee locked in here. Yes. That way we can have our glowstone bee run for a little bit and let it do its thing, because the glowstone bee is going to convert the sooty bee over to a blaze bee, and I don't need two blaze bees, right? So anyway, we have a full chest here of honeycombs. We have this one going, and then we have another one over here, and then here are all the extra bees because I made 2 of each bee. That way we had a backup just in case something happened, or if we wanted to duplicate them, we could breed 2 of them together. So we have that going. Bees are good to go. Our immersive coke oven has been doing great. We already have 1 creosote tank full. And then I have another one that I made because these are pretty cheap to do. And then I ran through another stack. But as you can see here, we have 64 steel ingots already, which means we can start working on stuff. And I've actually used some of the steel I had to make more pipes. Because as you can see here, I have a magma crucible. I needed the magma crucible to be able to make the magma cream cake. This thing for the blaze bee, so I needed to make the magma cream, which was just magma cream melted in the magma crucible, and then I had all the other stuff. I had to go find the crimson roots, but with takeoff, it's pretty easy to explore in the nether, and it wasn't terribly too difficult to get all that going. So we have that going, so the blaze bee can do his thing. Today, what we want to work on is continuing tech. One of the first things that I want to do, if we go look at our quest books, we've unlocked the computer science tab because we have gotten to the blast bricks, which gives us access to, tier 2 tech, but we really kind of can't do this yet because we haven't progressed down this chain in order to get compressed iron ingots so we can get into Pneumaticraft. So we definitely need to start doing the latex thing and getting an arboreal extractor set up so that we can get going. I need to get some... What is it? It's tree fertilizer requires coral, so I need to get some sort of coral going. But we can easily do that. I have the Archwood Forest, I think is by an ocean. No? Okay, I thought it was. We can fly over to this area. I really need to put a waystone down over by one of these oceans because I'm constantly coming over here. Yeah, this one. I'm constantly coming over here for those seashells and stuff, and then I have to fly over. So I really need to get a waystone going there. So we definitely need to do that. The first thing that I want to set up, though, is, well, really 2 things. I want to get this personal shrinking device going. The personal shrinking device is a device that, well, shrinks you. It shrinks the person. So we need lead plates. And the reason that I want to get this going, we have lead plates, so we're good to go there. I need a flux capacitor. Probably don't have a redstone flux coil. Anyway, the reason that I want to get this is because we're going to be coming up on some recipes here soon that require, I believe I have lime stained glass. I should have everything available for this, yes. Anyway, recipes that are going to require that we get, like moose antlers, for example, or the Komodo dragon spit, right? If we look at moose antlers, these only drop from meese, something like that. But for example, they need to be for the Drigme charm. We need moose antlers to be able to make the Drigme charm, which means we can make a Drigme, which means we can farm certain animals and stuff. In order to get these moose antlers, our easiest way is, and we're actually fairly lucky that we chose this area to spawn because we have all this snow over here, which means mooses, is it moose or meese? I really don't know, are going to spawn over in this area because it's a cold biome. We can capture them with the personal shrinking device, which may be like, excuse me? How does that work? Well, let me show you after we take a nap here. That way we can go find a passive mob. I can just use one of these guys here. That works perfectly fine. So if I were to come over here and I were to say, hey, sheep, I'm going to shrink you. Do the thing. Do I need to configure this first? Yes. I need to configure this first because it's not actually shrinking. Shrink. Alt G. Press G to activate. No, it's not G. Okay, what's going on? We need personal. Nope. Key of G. Settings menu. Toggle shrink. Yeah, I need to be able to configure the shrink. Control. There we go. Okay, so let's set this down to like 0.2. 0.2. We'll go as small as we can be. And there we go. So now, what's going on? Now it won't shrink. There we go. Okay. So look, now I have shrunk. I'm a little tiny TheAndrata running around, and I can shrink myself and run around, and I can get into tiny gaps, right? But you can also shrink mobs. If I control right click, punch them. If you punch them, you can shrink mobs and then unshrink mobs. And we can do that with a moose. So if we do that with a moose, over time they will shed their antlers. We can create like a 1x1 little cage here, like even right here. Put a hopper here, put the moose here, some glass. Moose won't be able to escape. His antlers will shed into the hopper, and then we will collect them, and it's fully automated. And we can do the same thing with a Komodo dragon. So that's what we want to do. We want to get that set up, so I'm going to have to go find a moose at some point and get that done. But yeah, it's on our to-do list. So we have the shrinking gadget. Also, it's really convenient to just, when you need to get below and, do some, no longer do I have to press C to get down to 1 block height. I can just shrink. I can run along pathing and do all the things that we need to do when we need to be smaller. So cool. Personal shrinking device, got. So that takes care of that. So my next step is to get a multi-servo press and a rod press, because we're going to be getting back into tech and we're going to be needing rods, right? A lot of tech requires rods. Like aluminum gear doesn't require rods. Okay, well, I lied about that. But like this requires gold rods and stuff. And right now, our only recipe to making rods is with our Enigmatic hammer and 2 plates to every single rod, which is expensive. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. I'd like that to be a 1-to-1 ratio. Heck, I'd like it to be like a 1-to-8 ratio, but that's not going to happen. But a 2-to-1 we can make happen. So what I need to do is go ahead and use a little bit of the steel and make ourselves a block of steel. We can go ahead and throw that into the system. And then we need to get all this other stuff. So Constantin gear, I believe this requires 3 Constantin gears though. I believe I have Constantin. No, I don't even have any. Okay. We can make that happen though. It's not terribly too difficult. It is just an induction smelt recipe of nickel and copper. To make 2, I'm going to need a total of 12. So I need 6 nickel, 6 copper. And 6 copper. And I have copper bees. I have nickel bees. I have all the bees set up. So now we have technically unlimited resources being produced by the bees. It's not going to be super fast, but it's happening. But I want to go ahead and get the centrifuge going too, which just requires this circuit black backplane. So we're going to need to make this and this, and this, and the copper plate should be okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's speed this up. Bum 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 bum. Ch ch da 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 da. I just realized that sounds like the Adam Sandler song, or Adam Sandler's. The Addams Family is the Adam Sandler's theme song, right? Multi-servo press. Constantin ingots is going to require all this stuff. Maybe we have enough. We'll see what happens. Was that plates? No, it's not. Okay. So I'm going to need 3 of these. Okay. And it's doable. 3. And then we're going to need a machine frame. This is going to require some sort of gear, preferably an aluminum gear. We really don't use aluminum for a lot of anything else. Iron is more valuable to us overall. And I think I had machine frames anyway. And a mechanical press, which means we need a block of iron. There's that, and... Oh, do I have any bronze? Let's find out. Oh, wait, didn't I make a redstone flux coil? Oh, I made it for the other guy, didn't I? Bronze is going to be a induction smelt of 1 tin to 3 copper. So let's grab 3 copper and a tin. Now I'm not going to be able to not hear the Addams Family every time I use that. Okay, and we have a multi-servo press. Fantastic. Then we need to get a multi-press rod mold right here. So what we're going to do is, you know what? Since we have to make this anyway, we can go ahead and do this. I was going to do this recipe, which is just 3 steel plates and a steel rod, and that'll make it. But this is cheaper. It saves me 2 pieces of steel, and I don't have the extra steel, so... I mean, I do technically, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our engineer's workbench going, which is going to require a steel plate and a steel rod. So I'm going to need at least 3 plates here. So do the thing, buddy. And then we're going to need our enigmatic hammer. There he is. And this will get us 1 steel rod. Okay, so that takes care of these 2. And then we need to get our treated wood. So all we got to do is get some planks. Any planks, doesn't really matter. And then maybe, can we do it with this? Is this going to count, or am I going to have to actually get a bucket? No, I can do it with this. So let's do this. We're just going to make that much of it. And we use hardly any of this creosote, so that's good. So treated wood planks can go away. We're going to need some slabs, which is going to be this recipe. And then we're going to need a crafting table, which is going to be this recipe, which is just sticks. And there's the engineer's crafting table. And we just need a fence. I'm going to need more planks. I've used all the planks? No. It's NBT data. It's because there's different types of planks. These ones are horizontal, and then there's vertical ones, and then there's, diagonal or whatever. Okay, so that is that, which means we should be good to go to grab this. Okay, engineer's workbench. And then we just need to make the blueprint, which is okay. Okay. I can't do this. This blueprint I can't do. There are other blueprints that I do have access to, but not this one. Okay, so we are going to have to do it this way. So I need 4, 5, 6 steel. We were going to need that workbench anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal that I did that. I didn't waste anything with it. But yeah, that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and get some energy cables. This is what I used some steel for earlier, was the energy cables here. And then we can multi-servo press. We can grab this. We can grab this. And then we need to 1, 2, 3 over a rod. And it's going to do the thing. And it's going to make us the mold, which I can put the mold here. And then we can have the... now we can make it so if I wanted to turn this into a rod... Wait. You still need 2? 3 for a steel rod? Are you kidding me? What? I thought this recipe was supposed to be cheaper. Wait, no. Oh, you can't make steel rods in a multi-servo press? Is that what this is trying to tell me? Or is it just an ingot? Ah, you know what? I bet you it's an ingot. It's not a plate. It's an ingot. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I know that there's a way to do this. Oh, that's actually pretty nice because it skips a step. I don't have to do that part and then this part. I can just throw the ingot straight in there and be good to go. Okay, cool. So we have steel rods. We're good with that and that. So my next step is then to work on getting our centrifuge going so we can start processing all those honeycombs. Let's go ahead and take a look at our quests here and make sure that we're keeping up with these. Arboreal extractor is going to go on our to-do list, but I need to get that coral first, and then we can start working on this stuff. Tools and armor. Personal shrinking device. Nice. Oh, and then the shrunk entities that we have to feed, put them in a glass bottle. Just like all those glass bottles that we have like here. With like cats, Komodo dragons we already have. And we could actually set this up with a Komodo dragon. We're going to need Komodo dragon spit as far as I know. So we can do this. Let's set one of these up so you guys can understand what I'm saying. Let's grab a hopper. And some glass. I should have a piece of clear glass. Yep. I don't think they're going to be able to get out if I were to do more than one. But let's do this. And then... probably prudent to name tag them. Our Komodo dragon who spits is going to be named Spitter. Yeah, sure. He's going to be spitting at us all the time. Okay, so let's I forgot a barrel. We don't have to set this up outside. I just have that convenient little alcove where I don't have to build out anything extra. So we're going to go ahead and do it here. So we have a barrel. We can grab our hopper. Place that into there. And then we're going to put our clear glass here and here. I need to empty this out. Oh, he's not shrunk. Okay. Where is my... Now he's shrunk. And there's Spitter. Look, Spitter poisoned us. Drop him in there. And there we go. Now he's going to be inside of there. And he's going to spit whenever he gets mad at me. And then it's going to all end up going into here. Just like that. And he's name tagged, so he shouldn't disappear. But he's not tamed, so he's not going to be happy with us. And or friendly. So he shouldn't go anywhere. But then as he spits, theoretically, it'll drop into there. And we'll be good to go. I don't know if we need to stand near him for that to happen. We can make that happen if needed. But there's a glass bottle, and then there's that. And now we know those guys aren't shrunk inside of their bottle. They are full-size entities. Centrifuge is our next goal, which means I wanted to get this. So since I can't... Crafting components. Yeah, I can't make this, can I? I don't have an alloy kiln or this upgrade matrix, which is not happening, Captain. What about sequence assembly? But I would still need this. Okay. We could do it this way. Dielectric paste. Can we? No, not yet. Oh, and he needs blaze cake. He's going to need lava. This is more realistic, though, than anything else. This is possible. Dielectric paste is possible. We just need to get to the tar portion of the setup. Okay, which means we need to get our arboreal extractor going because we need that in order to get down the chain in the mechanical mayhem. Tar is a section here, right? So we need to get through the chain and get everything going. Engineer circuit table. Circuitry is tough, but clutching something basic together for dual now. Early circuitry cannot be automated, but better option presents themselves later. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's make sure we collect our quests. So we have these two, which got us a gear press. That's kind of nice. We're working on this, but we can't do that. So yay us. Maybe we can find that out in the wild. That'd be kind of nice. I don't know if it's possible, but ooh, resonant integral component. That's really good. Let's go ahead and put that there and then that one in there. Though maybe the other way because I use the induction smelter more than I use the redstone furnace. But either way, that was pretty darn good to get. And then a gold press. We'll grab our last barrel. And we'll go ahead and put our presses above our... There. So then that way, if we need to switch out for a gear press, we can. That may not be the best place for that because we may need to, you know, put a hopper in there and automate some rods or something at some point, but it's okay for now. We will leave it there. What goes here? Inventory cleanup is always a challenge. We're going to put our engineer's workbench here. And we have more coal coke. We can pulverize that and turn it into steel. It's really all it's used for other than smelting recipes. Okay, so now we found out we can't get into the centrifuge just yet, but we're close. We are very close. I really need to get this stuff taken care of too. I guess today is going to be the episode of cleanup. That way we can get all this stuff off our to-do list. So we need a seared heater and then a fuel tank and a smeltery controller is going to require this. Now, at Tinker's, it's not a fuel tank. It is a ingot tank that we're going to need to be able to get this copper. Three copper go into our magma crucible, and you can go into the ingot tank. There we go. All of that's inside of here. And then we need to get a basin. Just want to clear off our to-do list. Is it a basin? Yeah, seared casting basin. And then a spout. What is it called? It's the faucet. There we go. Then we can do this, do that, and then we should end up with a it's 4 ingots. It didn't used to be 3. That's okay. We can make it happen. We just gotta break this barrel, I guess. Yes, there we go. Okay, cool. So we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. We can turn off the auto output. And there we go. Oops. Really? That was cleared. And that's kind of cool that was see-through. The walls of this are like not a hitbox or anything, but it made me punch through the casting basin. Okay, so we got Tinker's stuff going. We can go ahead. I'm just going to put that stuff here. We can set up Tinker's later, but it can clear off our to-do list here, so that way we're making progress. This Komodo dragon is going to be annoying, so we are going to get rid of that. And has he spit at all? Doesn't seem to be the case. Or he has, and I didn't get my hopper set up properly. Okay, so our boreal extractor is our next major goal here, right? Tinker's tanks, sure. 1 molten ingot of copper. Does Tinker's have a section? Did I not? It doesn't give me that. It doesn't give me rewards until I get all the way down to here. That's kind of junky. Whatever. Okay, so mechanical mayhem. We're going to need to do latex, and then we're going to need to get a fluid encapsulator. Useful for filling buckets for other processing. The fluid encapsulator is also capable of attaining high enough pressure to infuse industrial materials like concrete, rubber, and reinforced stone, which is the rubber I believe that I'm going to need. We are going to do latex with some sulfur, bam, into dry rubber. Or is that our only option? We can do tiny dry rubber, but that's from making a water bucket with vines or dandelions, and that's not the route process we want to go. That's going to be a lot of dandelions and water buckets. So yeah, fluid encapsulator is the way to go to get our rubber. Okay, so we need this arboreal extractor. Let's go ahead and sleep through this night, and then I'm going to head over this direction. Now, this should be a warm ocean. Lukewarm and then warm ocean. So we should have coral here. So what I'm going to do actually is probably just teleport to the Guardian Temple if I were to have some experience on me. Copper can contains 1 ingot of molten copper. Oh, nice. Thank you. Just what I've always wanted. 1 ingot. So let's go to Guardian Temple. And then we are going to fly off in the north direction, basically straight ahead. Oops, helps if I actually use my takeoff mode. Yeah, basically this is what we're going to do. We're going to come over here and get some coral. So I'll be back when we are there. All right, well, I decided to make a small detour because I ran into this pillager pirate ship, and this can have a Vindicator spawner on it, which is actually pretty good for getting emeralds. So we're gonna raid this thing. I'm gonna grab my shield here so that I don't keep taking damage from these, and then we have our shield we can see through. Nice. And we'll come and loot all this in a moment, but let's clear this out, and hopefully this has a Vindicator spawner on it. Luckily, these guys can't move. Okay. I need to get a cardboard box, which I went ahead. Oh, look, we got a pillager spawn egg because we have capturing on here. That was actually pretty cool. Yeah, look, and there's the Vindicators. Remember, these guys hit hard, so we need to get to their spawner fairly quickly. But these guys you can use to farm emeralds. Nice. Let's go ahead and light it up. It's probably pretty dark for you guys here. I don't trust this chest. Okay, nothing bad in there. Magic protection, feather falling, some nether quartz. We'll take it. We'll take it all. Plus books are always good to have. I don't know if I was... Oh, those are quartz slabs. Can those be converted back? Gunpowder, I guess I'll take. I don't really need everything else. A hidden food store? With a dispenser? Okay. Oh, look at these. Ah, fish, an emerald, and barrels and fish. I probably should take all this fish because it can be used for, well, we can get more hearts by eating different food items and stuff, but like, it's a lot of work. Cobwebs will take. Mainly because my Oreos last so long and then I forget by the time I get to the needing to eat another kind of food, and then I don't. This is not too bad though. Just basically a bunch of cobwebs and gunpowder, and then we can go get our coral. Don't even know what enchants are on these. I'm just going to grab them. We'll go. Let's go ahead and put some stuff away. I didn't want you to go there, though. Let's sort this inventory, and then we can put stuff in here. Not the dank, though. And our spawner. And that spawner is probably what I would end up putting in the Undergarden for our... for blood magic, because I'll get emeralds out of it, too. Okay. All right, so that's all of that. So let's go ahead and take off again and head north until I can find some coral. We have our exchanging gadget, which is how I'm going to get... There it is. And I'm just going to exchange this with some dirt, I guess. And then that's how we'll get our coral, right? Right. Okay, so let's exchanging gadget. Here, you can go away. Let's make sure that we're able to breathe. Can I do that? Yeah, okay. I have it set up for dirt already. And there we go. We got a coral block. Let's do this coral. I believe if we break this, it dies. Yeah, we need silk touch for this. So luckily, we have it. Oh, and apparently I'm not drowning. I don't understand why. Yeah, I'm not. Something have... Nothing is water breathing. Why aren't I drowning? I have no idea. We're going to grab a bunch of this stuff. Like, just so we have it. Like, I don't want to run out. Because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to run out right when I need it. So we'll just grab a bunch of coral. Basically convert all of this over. We need these pieces. Just going to start spam clicking. Everything goes to dirt. Okay. So we got some silk coral blocks, horn coral, petal coral, moss coral fans, a bunch of fans. The fans are what we need. Crimson planks is pretty nice to have, actually. Oh, and I have a bunch of stuff that I can't pick up. Oh, I finally started dying. Oh, you know why? Duh, I was standing on the kelp. That's what it was. There must have been kelp over here that I was standing on that was giving me air. I was like, man, well, I don't have anything that stops me from not taking breath damage. Luckily, I have a backpack specifically intended for looting. There we go. Look at that. Bunch of coral. Bunch of coral. Okay. Let's go back down because there is a chest down here. It's always good to check out. You know, maybe it'll have something really cool. Stable footing, nature's mend, and some obsidian. Augment arrows pierce, though. Those are infinite arrows for us. Any arrow is an infinite arrow. Let's go ahead and grab that. Do I want all this obsidian? Sure. Here, I'll get a sea pickle. We're completely decimating the wildlife here, by the way. Oh, the magma block's pulling me down. Okay. It's trying to drown me. Up, up. I can actually use my my Tetra jetpack to hover, too. That's kind of nice. Just click. Click it all. Give me some sea pickles. Give me everything. All right, I think that's enough. Maybe this area will be able to recover from the absolute decimation that I have caused, but if not, well, we won't be back over here, right? And that's the way. That's the way life is. Out of sight, out of mind. If I don't see it, if I don't have to deal with it, it didn't happen anymore, right? That's the way that the real world works. But anyway, that gets us going with our coral. So that means next episode when we come back, we can start continuing on the path of tech. That's our Vindicator spawner. We also have another spawner in here from when we were in the Undergarden, so that's kind of nice. Put this stuff away. No, you stay. You stay. And you go away. And you go away. Okay, I'm going to empty out inventory. You guys don't have to watch me click the button a million times. But that's it. So next episode will come, and we'll get this arboreal extractor going, which is going to allow us to continue our tech progression into tar, into pneumaticraft, into superheated stuff. That's our goal. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. I appreciate all of it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.